Hello and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or maybe you've blanked on someone's name right after they told you. Don't worry, you're not alone. It happens to the best of us. But what if I told you that you have the power to sharpen your memory, not just to avoid those awkward moments, but to learn faster, think clearer, and keep your mind agile for years to come? Today, we're diving deep into the world of memory mastery, exploring essential science-backed techniques to keep your mind sharp as a tack. By the end of this video, you'll have a toolkit of practical strategies you can start using right away. So if you're ready to unlock your brain's full potential, stick around. Let's start with a foundational practice that might surprise you: mindfulness. When we think of memory, we often think of cramming information or using clever tricks. But the real magic starts with a calm, focused mind. Mindfulness, and specifically meditation, is a game changer for your brain's hardware. Research has shown that regular meditation can actually increase the gray matter in your brain, particularly in areas like the hippocampus, which is crucial for learning and memory. Think of it like upgrading the memory chip in your computer. More gray matter means more processing power and better storage capacity, and you don't need to become a monk or spend hours on a cushion to reap the benefits. It can be as simple as practicing mindful breathing. Let's try it right now. Wherever you are, just take a moment. Sit up straight, close your eyes if you're comfortable, and simply bring your attention to your breath. Feel the air coming in through your nose, filling your lungs, and then feel it gently leaving your body. Don't try to change your breathing, just observe it. When your mind wanders, and it will, just gently guide it back to your breath. Doing this for just 5 to 10 minutes a day can significantly enhance the neural connections in your brain. This practice reduces mental clutter and stress, which are notorious memory killers. By calming the noise, you create a perfect mental environment for new information to be properly encoded and stored. It's like clearing off your desk before you start a new project. A clear space leads to clear thinking and a stronger memory. Now that we've set the stage with a calm mind, let's talk about how we actively engage with new information. One of the most powerful techniques is called visualization. Our brains are wired to remember images far better than abstract words or numbers. When you want to remember something, try to create a vivid, unusual, or even funny mental picture associated with it. For example, if you need to buy milk, eggs, and bread, don't just repeat the words. Instead, imagine a giant carton of milk wearing a crown, juggling a dozen eggs, while breakdancing on a loaf of bread. The more absurd and multisensory you make the image, the more it will stick in your mind. This is the principle behind the memory palace technique, where you mentally place items you want to remember in a familiar location, like your home, and then take a mental walk to retrieve them. By turning information into a story or a scene, you're engaging more parts of your brain, creating a much stronger memory trace. Another active learning strategy is the Feynman technique, named after the Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman. It's deceptively simple but incredibly effective for both understanding and remembering complex topics. It works in 4 steps. First, choose a concept you want to learn. Second, try to explain it to a child using simple language. This forces you to break down the concept into its core components and identify what you truly understand. Third, review your explanation and pinpoint the areas where you struggled or had to use complicated jargon. This is where your knowledge gaps are. Fourth, go back to your source material. Study those weak points until you can explain them simply, and then refine your explanation. This process of teaching and simplifying doesn't just test your memory, it actively builds it. It transforms passive listening or reading into an active process of creation, forging deep and lasting neural pathways. Of course, we can't talk about memory without talking about sleep. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a non-negotiable for brain health and memory consolidation. While you're sleeping, your brain is hard at work. It's like a diligent librarian, tidying up the day's information, strengthening important memories, and discarding the irrelevant bits. This process happens primarily during deep sleep stages. If you skimp on sleep, you're essentially telling your brain's librarian to go home early. leaving your mental library in a mess. Important memories from the day might not get properly filed away, making them much harder to recall later. This is why pulling an all-nighter before an exam is one of the worst things you can do. You might cram the information in, but without sleep to consolidate it, you'll struggle to access it when you need it most. Prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night is one of the most effective things you can do to boost your memory, mood, and overall cognitive function. Alongside sleep, what you feed your body directly feeds your brain. Your brain is a high-energy organ, and it needs premium fuel. A brain-healthy diet is rich in what are often called brain foods. These include foods high in omega-3 fatty acids, like fatty fish, such as salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds. Omega-3s are critical for building brain and nerve cells. Antioxidants, found in colorful fruits and vegetables like blueberries, broccoli, and dark chocolate, are also essential. They help protect your brain from oxidative stress, which can damage brain cells and contribute to memory decline. And don't forget about flavonoids, which are found in things like tea and citrus fruits. They've been shown to enhance memory and slow down age-related cognitive decline. Essentially, a diet that's good for your heart is also fantastic for your head. By reducing processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats, and focusing on whole nutrient-dense foods, you're providing your brain with the building blocks it needs to function at its peak and maintain its sharpness. Finally, let's bring it all together with the importance of staying physically and socially active. Physical exercise is like a miracle drug for the brain. When you exercise, you increase blood flow to the brain, delivering a fresh supply of oxygen and nutrients. It also stimulates the release of growth factors that encourage the growth of new neurons and connections between them, particularly in the hippocampus. Even a brisk walk for 30 minutes a day can have a significant impact. But don't just move your body. Engage your mind socially too. Meaningful social interactions are a complex mental workout. They require you to listen, process information, recall past events, and manage emotions, all in real time. Joining a club, volunteering, or simply having deep conversations with friends and family challenges your brain in a positive way, building cognitive reserve. This is your brain's resilience against age-related changes. A life rich in learning, movement, and connection is a life that fosters a strong, sharp, and durable memory. So there you have it, a complete toolkit for memory mastery. We've covered calming your mind with mindfulness, actively engaging with information through visualization, and teaching, prioritizing restorative sleep, fueling your brain with the right foods, and staying active both physically and socially. The key takeaway is that your memory isn't fixed. It's a skill that can be trained and a capacity that can be expanded. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 of these techniques to incorporate into your daily routine this week. Maybe it's 5 minutes of mindful breathing in the morning or swapping your afternoon snack for a handful of walnuts and berries. Small, consistent changes are what lead to massive results over time. Your brain is your most valuable asset, so invest in it every single day. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey to a sharper mind. I hope you found these tips helpful and feel empowered to take control of your cognitive health. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about optimizing your mind and life, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our future content. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these memory techniques are you most excited to try? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.